Welcome back, Joe.
Thank you.
So it is another day, another episode.
That's right. It is a Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. The new episode dropped today. But by the time you're hearing this, it's Thursday. Diamondbacks are down 2-0
Yeah.
in the National League Conference Finals, but that's okay. So I want to go over our mistakes from last time.
Okay.
Joe, I have not heard any mistakes that you made.
Actually, I remember one.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if this is the last podcast. I don't think it is. I don't think I've listened to all of them. But I remember I had corrected myself saying, no, we went to Oregon on Friday. But then I had to look at that and I went, no, we drove down Wednesday and went to
Yes.
Oregon on Thursday.
Yep.
So I guess that wasn't really that big of a correction. I'm sure everyone was really waiting on that.
Well, no, and I heard that. I listened to that. And I realized that I corrected you. You had it right,
Oh, really?
and then I corrected you, and you just went along with it.
Oh, well,
So
I actually didn't even notice that, but thanks a lot. Just joking.
yeah, no, thanks Trey for putting out false information out there. All right, so I received a text a couple hours ago from a loyal listener
Oh,
and calling me out on some misinformation, Joe.
who was it?
Lisa.
Okay.
And she told me that when I was naming all the NBA teams, we did get all of the Western teams, and I forgot two of the Eastern teams.
It was my fault then because I was looking at the list. But
Yeah, but I should have also known because both of these
wait,
teams are
don't tell me what they were yet. Maybe I can guess them because
okay.
the other night I was so tired. Actually, I gotta try to do a redo on baseball, but all right, so
Both in the Eastern Conference.
Both Eastern. Are they like regional, like both sitting in the Northeast by any chance or anything like that? Or that would be really giving it away, I guess.
What? No, they're both more towards like center of the United States.
You said the Pelicans, right?
I did. They're in the West.
Yeah, they're in the West. Good job, Joe. Wait, let me think.
I'll give you one hint.
Oh wait,
for one of the teams. If
Wizards.
you want it.
Is there even?
We said Wizards.
Okay.
Actually, there was 3 teams because I'm thinking of a third team that I forgot.
You said Bucks.
I did say Bucks.
And that's
You're in the right region for 2 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, if that's true, well, if that's true, it's Wisconsin or it's Illinois or are you talking more north? Well, wait, you said the Canadian teams. You said Raptors.
The Raptors.
Is that the only Canadian team, right?
Yeah.
Has it always been that way, or
no? There was the Vancouver, so Memphis wasn't. Yeah, Vancouver. Memphis wasn't Vancouver.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, I guess I can't guess them.
I'll give you one hint. We talked about one of the players from this team after the fact. He played for the Wizards later at very end of his career, but he spent Jordan. Wait, so I forgot to say the Bulls.
You forgot to say Bulls.
I didn't say the Bulls.
That's funny.
I missed the Indiana Pacers.
Oh.
And I just thought of this one. I don't think I said the Hornets, the Charlotte Hornets.
I feel like you did. I do feel like we said the Hornets somehow.
I'll have to go back and listen to it.
I could be wrong on that, but yeah, that's a good catch, Lisa. I don't know how we missed the Bulls.
I know.
And the Pacers, by the way. I mean, go back to the greatest decade, not really ever, but
greatest decade ever. Don't stand down.
90s. No. And it's just when I was flexing. But go back to the 90s and the Reggie Miller days and the Michael Jordan days. That really was a golden era, I'd say, of the NBA. It definitely was a golden era. Is every era a golden era of the NBA at least a decade to 2 decades later? What do you think about that?
I think I would say so.
Well, how about this? We're not going to go back to Pistol Pete or something, but age. Let's go more to the 70s. I
Well, I
think
was gonna
that
say,
proves us right there. Because let's just go 70s to 80s. That was the golden era. It was.
yeah,
Uh, in there, we're talking Kareem, we're talking Magic, we're talking
Larry,
Larry, we're talking, and then 80s, 90s, we're talking Young Jordan, we're talking,
Clyde the Glide Drexler,
yeah, and then I
Dr.
missed a
J.
ton before, like, Isaiah, we're
Yeah,
talking. So everything is a golden era 10 to 20 years later, which, by the way, I have kind of a theory about that goes with everything.
yeah,
It goes with everything because now that the 90s has come back, the fashion of the 90s,
yeah,
it it's not surprising at all, even though that's the era that I grew up in, only because all we do is repeat ourselves over and over again. Of course, this era is going to be big in 20 years or 30 years or whatever. I guess this isn't exactly genius insights, but
no, but insights brought to you by Joe.
yes, thank you.
No, I agree, and I think that give it give it 20 years when Jack's in my shoes. I think that he's gonna be like, oh, I was alive for the end of LeBron's career, but I didn't really get to watch him play, but he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I
And
mean, Jack will only be able to say he was alive though,
no, but
because
because that's how I am with
oh, I
Michael
see.
Jordan.
Is that right? I
I
mean,
wasn't old enough to ever like.
that's true. I
I mean,
mean, you were
I
born, or
yeah
wait,
yeah
we weren't gonna say ages, remember?
that's
But
fine.
all right, there
I
you
was
go.
yeah I was born
Bleep
in
it, bleep it out. Make it sound like us
my
cussing.
social security number is, but so I mean I alive when he played? Yes, I didn't get to see any of it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I kind of forget that. I forget I'm old. You know.
But yeah, so I think for Jack and his his generation of kids growing up, it's going to be like he's going to look at LeBron how we look at Michael, and they're going to look
Oh
at
yeah.
Michael Jordan the same way we look
Oh
at
yeah.
Mike or at Magic and
Yep.
Larry, and it's like
In
he was good
fact,
for his time, and
the new LeBron's probably already here. If it's not Ja, it's somebody.
yeah,
He's already here. We don't know who it is yet. Ja might be a bad example only because LeBron's career's kind of been led by kind of a perfect career, both inside and outside the NBA. Ja's not exactly, but he could definitely
yeah.
pull back. It's no big thing. That guy, the way he plays, he's fun to watch.
hmm yeah. So we'll move away from sports just for a little bit. We're going to talk about some more sports later on.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can pick Ja or Devin Booker right now on your team. Go.
Just for the fact that one, he's never been in trouble off the court, and two, there's always a chance he's going to bring a Kardashian or Jenner around. Like that's just walking cash. I'm taking Devin Booker,
And because you're an Arizona loyalist, but okay.
and I'm a Devin Booker lover. So
Yeah.
if Devin
Stan.
Booker walked in this room right now, I'd kiss him
Yeah. There you go.
on the lips, same way I kissed Steve Jobs when he walked in. That's what we call a callback.
A callback.
All right, Joe. So on Monday, or it might have been Sunday night, but I was going through Disney Plus, and guess what's out?
What?
Simpsons season 34.
Is that right?
New season of The Simpsons
Wow.
is on there. I've we've watched all the way through it. I've missed a few parts, but like we've gotten through the entire season now.
Oh, really?
Way like leagues ahead of season 33. I
Y-
was so let down by season 33, and this one like restored my faith in The Simpsons, and I'm back for it.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't kept up with The Simpsons as much as you, but I will say when it comes to like being a Simpsons fan, you always have the people that are like, "Oh, I'm an early Simpsons fan, but not the middle, but then three-quarters of the way through." But then I
They sound
always
like Beatles fans.
yeah, well, I guess so. Even though I gotta say early eras Beatle, it's a little overrated, people, and I'm
Really?
a big Beatles fan, but just a
Oh my
little
goodness,
bee
Joe.
boopity bop bop, I can only take so much, and some of the lyrics are about as dumb as it gets.
It is, but I'm surprised we haven't discussed this like personally before.
Well, I
Like,
mean, I don't think it's really revelation. I mean, the better of the Beatles was the stoner Beatles. It just was. I
Oh
mean,
my goodness,
you go into,
Joe.
like, Rubber Soul and stuff, you know?
Oh no, Joe.
No, that is correct.
The Ed Sullivan Show, like,
No.
oh my goodness, Joe. Early Beatles is the
Yeah.
best.
The they're I mean, they're good, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. They were for, Justin Bieber's then, but
and maybe that's why I like Justin Bieber as much as I do now.
yeah, there you go. No diss to either.
No,
Both pretty much a compliment to both. Nah, there's a little bit of a diss for
yeah, just a
sure.
little bit, but two of the Beatles are dead. They can't say anything about it. And
No, the diss is to Bieber. Come on. No.
oh, all right. So yeah. Anyways, I was just gonna recommend that to you, Joe.
All
It
right.
is it is so good. Season 34.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, since we're scalping on your Disney Plus, go ahead and check it out.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
That sounds like a good idea. I need to watch a show anyway. I'm kind of between watching shows these days.
Did you finish Better Call Saul?
No, I didn't. I just kind of dropped out of that. But I did finish Lost, which is a really bad, terrible finale.
Tally's told me about you and Lindsay's takes on that and how terrible it is. And
It it's not even a bad finale, I gotta say, like, to Lost fans listening to this, if you really look at it, Lost season 1 and 2 are the only good seasons. 3, 4, 5, and 6 all suck. 1, 2, 3 is okay, but, when they start going into, like, uh, changing time around and all that, they jump the shark. Do you know what the jump the shark term is, Trey?
no,
You don't?
but that's a perfect segue into our next one. Go ahead and explain it to
Alright.
me.
The only reason I ask is because well, so jump the shark it's a saying, obviously, I guess generational, I don't know, but it just means like it originates from a show called Happy Days. Is that the show? It's called Happy Days, right?
Hmm.
The one with the fawns. And fawns that wore the leather
I
jacket.
think
I
so.
never really watched it
I
much
didn't watch it
either,
either,
but
but yeah, I know.
you
I've
know,
heard of the show, so
yeah,
I would imagine you're right.
I did watch some of it, like reruns and stuff. But anyway, there's one episode where the Fonz, he's like this Italian Guido type dude, and he's always wearing a leather jacket. He's cool, blah blah, really corny, cliche like Italian character. But at one point, he literally jumps over a shark in the ocean, and so they started calling that the jump the shark moment of any show. And a lot of people say every single television show, as long as it's on long enough, it jumps the shark at one point or another, which
Just means
I agree with.
it hits its point where
Yeah,
they've taken it too far, and it's
I agree with it. I mean, every show could have ended at one point, if you ever think about it. Any good show and been fine. Breaking Bad could have ended a season early; it would have been fine. Uh, Although a lot of people diss the Breaking Bad finale. I don't know.
I
Wait,
haven't seen it, but
man,
Tally's
I'm
also
talking to someone that's never seen
I
Breaking
know.
Bad. What is going on with this person?
I've seen I think almost the entire first season now at this point,
I
but
I can't believe you don't love that show.
I don't say that I don't love it. It's just I gotta get more into it.
It's really good.
All right. Well, I like that you brought up the generational sayings
Jump
and
the
phrases.
shark.
Jump the shark.
I mean,
Um,
I don't even know if that's really my. There's an origin to Jump the Shark too. The guy who coined that, his name's John Hine,
okay.
and he had a website called jumptheshark.com, and he sold it to Reader's Digest for a bunch of money,
Huh.
and he ended up doing radio with Howard Stern.
Oh, good for him.
So there's a little radio quiz for all y'all.
Do you hear that little reverb going on right now?
Yeah,
That's Jack out there banging on that little metal table thing.
nice.
But anyways, Joe, tell me, in your words, what do you think Riz means? RIZZ.
Well, RIZZ, when I first hear it, I think of RZA from Wu Tang,
Okay.
but Riz, I don't think I've ever heard that. So it's probably like a term that's like these days, and I'm old or something.
Yeah, this is a word that Kaya and her friends are using.
Well, Kaya, do you know anything about RZA? I didn't think you did. So
No,
boom. All right, tell me
no.
all about Riz.
All right, Riz. Now, I'm also older and out of the loop. So this is based off of what I have heard. I should have got on
But have you heard it? Have you heard someone say Riz?
yeah, I've used it.
I have never heard it.
Oh, really?
I don't think I have.
No, so I coached 7th grade basketball, and the word got really big during the last basketball season, and I had a kid on my team who kept telling me how he would always, I was risen up at school, but that kind of
What
stuff.
does Riz mean?
Well, I'm going to define it for you right
Okay.
now. So Riz, I heard that it's short for charisma.
Oh, okay.
However, how true that is, I'm going to let our listeners decide because I don't know. But Riz just kind of means you've got swag, you've got flair, you've got
But what about like Ghostface Killer and Method Man and Redman?
Kaya and her friends aren't ready for that.
All right, guys. Wu-Tang for life. I'm not really even a Wu-Tang fan, by the way, but I do have a
Michael, this segment's for you, talking about Wu-Tang.
All right. Well, okay, cool. If we do have some hip hop fans out there, believe it or not, I'm a big hip hop fan. I'm probably a bigger hip hop fan than Trey would know, because with Trey, I pretty much only listen to probably my metal or
Mormon Tabernacle Choir,
or their music. But yeah,
sorry, the Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square.
Or
that's the right name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about. But what was I saying? Here I go.
That you're more of a hip hop person than I would know.
Okay, so but I was trying to brag like I was kind of making a joke because it's only 90s hip hop. Yes, once again, just that era. But let's go a little bit with this Wu-Tang thing. I like the Wu-Tang Clan, don't get me wrong. They're overrated. And my take is Ghetto Boys over Wu-Tang any day, all day.
Okay.
Ghetto Boys are better. They come from a better region. I'm sorry, Staten Island people, but it's just a better sound coming from the South these days and back in the day. Also, feels good to be a gangster.
You heard it here. And I'm sorry, Wu-Tang, but Michael's a huge fan. So Wu-Tang, if you're listening to this, please get in touch via email so I can redirect you to your biggest fan, Michael.
And I didn't know that, Michael, so please don't be offended.
All right, Joe, here's another word for you. Bussin'.
Bussin'.
You should know this word just from the restaurant.
Bussin' just reminds me of... So bussin', before what you just said, only reminds me of a podcast I listened to. Okay. It was Bussin' with the Boys, like Barstool.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'll listen to like Will Compton and stuff, and like I think that's like bussin' with. And anyways, I think they actually do a podcast on a bus or something. So it's kind of corny, but then they use that term, and then I'll get the bussin' fries from the local restaurant here. Other than that, yep, I have no idea what it means. It sounds cringe to me when I hear it. I'll say that, even though I don't know what it means.
You're on the right track.
It feels a little cringy, but I'm sure most of the stuff I say sounds pretty cringy too. By the way, which is why I can't stand the way I sound on a podcast, I've realized. And I now can't listen to these podcasts because of how terrible I sound.
So for those of you listening, please
reach
out and let us know how good Joe sounds.
Oh, yeah. Well, please bring on the compliments. That'd be really helpful.
Joe really needs it.
Yeah.
And what happens to your comments, you guys will find out at the end of this episode. But yeah, so that was...
What happens to your comments?
Yeah, you can just shove them up your...
we put them in a safe, and we lock the safe right after the show. Yes. Your comments don't get out of that safe.
We take them to our safe box down at the local bank because I am very scared that these will get out.
If we need to, we change them into Bitcoin. All right.
Because your comments are worth that much to us.
This bit's going way too long.
It jumped the shark, if you will. All right, Joe. We have 3 different categories for our top 4 drafts. I don't know if you put together your lists already.
Wait. I do everything off the hook, I've realized.
Oh, that's good.
Like I do everything in life, unfortunately. Trey's starting to realize.
No, and that's good.
That I don't do anything in any prep. I don't prepare in any way except for
game day.
game day. No, I was gonna say something real sacrilegious, but I decided not to. Just a joke, but some people might have taken it as sacrilegious, which I wouldn't want that to happen.
Joe, why don't you say it?
These are
and
just
I will cut
jokes,
it out
people.
if it's that.
No, I'm
all
not
right.
gonna.
Well, I'm gonna have Joe tell me. I'll record it and I'll add it later. So, no. All right, Joe. So we have 3 different categories we can do, or if you want to throw one out and have us both go off the cuff,
All right,
we'll do that.
nope,
But
I'm down.
I've got generic breakfast foods, like in the sense of just like the categories.
Okay.
Not like
And these are top what?
top 4, like our little drafts that we do. House appliances. It's a good one.
I mean,
Just wait till you hear mine if we do that one, and then energy drinks. You have your pick of the 3.
We better do energy drinks.
Okay.
We're talking to me here.
Talking to us.
Yeah, I'm a fiend. I am. It's stupid, my caffeine consumption, but it's something that I love, and I'm not gonna just kidding. I don't really love it at all. It's pretty gross.
All right, so do you want to go first? Do you want me to? So you're going off the cuff. You go first.
I'll go. This more of a shout out to Lindsay. If you know what kind of we're just talking energy drink, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if you know what kind of energy drink I like, it's Monsters usually, but Lindsay's got me back into Red Bull, so I'm spending more money on something that tastes like the bottom of a foot. By the way, that was a reference to my sister Karen. Yet again, I wonder if Karen remembers saying when we were just like kids, practically Red Bull had come out. I remember, and I mean, what were we? Maybe like 18 and 19 or 19, 20. And I remember Karen said it tastes like the bottom of a foot.
How would you know that, Karen?
Yeah, Karen, what the world? But anyway, so I'm doing the sugarless Red Bull. Not that I care. I'd go sugar or sugarless. I just live life on that. Wait, no. Lindsay likes the sugarless, so we go with that. Plus, that's one that I kind of think tastes the same, sugarless or sugar. So
I'll give you just Red Bulls in general, so that way we're not.
And I
Dyson.
don't. By the way, I don't go any type. I mean, you know me. Back in the day, I was going all types of Red Bull. I only go that.
The original now.
Only, always. I don't like any of it.
Really, I love all of them.
Yeah, I don't like any of them.
The dragon fruit was a little iffy, but and the peach nectarine's also a little iffy for me. But
yeah, I don't know why. But my Monsters, I'm also. Oh, you go ahead.
So since you took Red Bull, I think the next obvious, because I was going to go Red Bull if you didn't.
Okay.
But I will take Monster just because we have 2 places here.
Okay.
I don't like with the Red Bulls, I don't like any of the flavors of Monster. Pipeline Punch is okay, but the rest of them not a huge fan.
So what do you drink Monster wise?
Well, so we have like a little soda shop here that makes mixes.
Is that really the only way you drink Monster?
Mm-hmm. So either go to the coffee shop or the soda shop.
That's going a little crazy for an energy drink.
No, it is. But so Monster,
right.
I don't know who their CEO is, but if you're listening or anyone who works for Monster and wants to push this through,
hit us up.
Hit us up. But I need you guys to come out with a 44-ounce can of Monster that has green apple, kiwi, and cream in it.
All right. That sounds like a good idea. Hey, by the way,
I would invest.
Monster. I got another thing to shout out.
Go
Monster. Ahead. At Monster. No, just joking.
Trademarked.
So go ahead, hit us up. Yeah, we'll let you advertise on our podcast, but also, let's do a contest with me, and I'll go up against anybody that you guys put me up against who can have the most Red Bulls in 10 minutes. Not Red Bull, sorry, Monsters. That was bad. We'll bleep that out. No.
I will add that for you.
So whoever can have the most Monsters in 10 minutes, I'll go up against anybody. And if I win, you guys sponsor our podcast for the next year. And what that entails is just like, I don't know.
Our lawyers will get in touch with you on the
$2 million like we're not gonna ask for much.
No, yeah.
We'll be cool.
Yeah. Just be listening for our lawyers.
All right, cool.
All right, Joe, you're back up. Second energy drink.
Well, let me ask you something real quick.
Go ahead.
In a 10-minute period, how many monsters do you think you could drink?
In a 10-minute period,
10.
10-minute period. You saying 10?
10.
You could do 10.
No.
Oh,
In a 10-minute period, how many monsters could you drink? Sorry, I wasn't saying how many
you were
I
saying
drink.
10, and I was like, Joe,
No,
that is
absolutely no.
insane.
No, this is being totally honest. Like you and I are going up against each
Okay,
other.
what size can?
It's worth $50, let's say.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't even
so
need $50 to do it.
but
I'll do
no,
it for the
no.
scientific purposes
But
of
it's
it.
enough that it's enough that you're going to go for it. So
Enough that if I go to the ER, that'll cover my copay.
I think in 10 minutes, back in the day, I could have probably had. I mean, I could have a lot, but in this day and age, I'll go 2.5. That's it.
Okay, so 2.5.
That's
Now,
weak. That's
so
weak sauce.
no, hold
Huh?
on. So back in the day, what? Put a number on
Probably
back in the day.
4.
Oh my
Probably
gosh.
4. Well, back in the day, it was so gross what we used to do. Like, we used to chug 2-liter Mountain Dew
Oh
bottles,
yeah.
and we would chug them down to the point where we would just squeeze them, so they go right down you. And then, not to get too gross and graphic, guys. So if you don't like this,
I can bleep it out.
that's your fault. Then we would let the guy, we'd just let it just go, boom, and we'd,
Yeah.
that you can imagine. It was fun.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
For me, I was gonna say I don't think I could do more than 3. I don't think I'm getting to 3, so I think you and I are probably in the same boat. Like if I'm really going for it,
Would you want to go for this and put it on video?
I'll do anything for the fans.
Well, first we'll need sponsors, guys, because these monsters cost a lot of money. No, just joking.
Go ahead. I'm gonna link someone's Venmo from this family. Go ahead and Venmo them and just put in the line for Monster Bash. We're gonna call it that, the Monster Bash.
So, by the way, guys, also, we'd like to take this a little bit more serious. So, if you guys want to kind of lift us up and support us, we wouldn't mind if we could do this just full time.
Yeah.
And you guys could maybe just take over kind of what we're doing right now, salary wise, so that
That's
we
true.
can put more into this,
Of course.
and maybe just double that type of thing so we can get our feet on the ground. But we've been thinking about maybe doing something like that lately.
Well, I put
Patreon,
my 2 weeks in.
GoFundMe.
I saw my boss tonight. I had to go drop some papers off at her house.
All right.
And I just, on the top was my resignation letter.
Oh, wow. I hope she doesn't hear this before then.
No, I don't know if she knows this exists. So that's probably a good thing.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So before we finish this, I want to take a moment to insert an ad read before we finish this.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and cue that right now. Joe, you know what I hate more than drinking a cup of, the bottom of feet?
What?
Well, a lot.
Okay.
I hate a lot more than that. But
Okay.
you know what's better than that?
A couple things maybe.
Yeah, a couple of things.
All right.
Like my wife, I like her a lot more than drinking something that's flavored to the bottom of feet. My kid, he's pretty all right.
All right.
But I'm thinking, Joe, something along the lines of a Monster, 16-ounce can of OG Green Monster.
Okay. Let's wait. I jumped ahead here. I started doing the let's challenge thing. Let's do it.
So
we're humbled to be sponsored.
This episode is brought to you by Monster.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy they reached out, but by the way, we're not bowing down to you guys, okay? We're not bowing down to the man. You can't make us write a script out and just say whatever you want.
Monster, you can suck my.
We're gonna give our own opinions. Like, the Green Monster tastes maybe worse than battery acid, and the White Monster, I have no idea how Lindsay likes that, but it tastes like I don't know. It tastes like, I guess, like reminds me of like what rabbit crap would taste like or something.
You're right on, Joe. That's what it's called.
Is that what it's called?
That's exactly what it's called. That's why it's in a white can. Most rabbits are white.
Okay. But I will say, monster wise, great. That's my favorite.
The white one.
Great.
Oh, grape.
No, white's horrible.
Wait, they have a grape monster?
Grape, yeah. I get it all the time.
What color is the can?
Purple.
I've seen the purple.
But yeah,
I've never had it.
you probably see me have it.
No, I probably have.
I always have that or orange.
Wow.
But yeah, so
Monster, go ahead since we're sponsoring.
I do gotta say, all these energy drinks are quite horrible, and I shouldn't be having so many. So that's a shout out to my future self to not be drinking as many Monsters.
And Jack, when you're older and listening to this, and if we have another kid, whatever your name is, Colby's kids, Kaya's kids, Jashley's, Nathan. Well, Jashley's married to Nathan.
We can name a Monster.
Well, to all of my sisters, don't have energy drinks. You're gonna end up an addict. You're gonna end up looking like Joe and I. And Joe looks good.
I do look good.
Joe does look good.
I do.
Unfortunately, I, on the other hand, look like the Michelin Man. So if you want to end up looking like the Michelin Man, stay away from the energy drinks. Stay away from the soda. I mean, that's it. But this has been a 3-minute ad read for Monster, so you guys got your money's worth.
Yeah. This little disclaimer right there at the end.
Yeah.
For our woke selves.
Yeah. So go ahead, head down to your local convenience store, gas station, or even grocery store. Grab yourself a Monster and enjoy it today.
Or don't.
Or don't. But please do. They're paying us, and so that's how we're gonna get through this. So Joe, what is your second pick for energy drinks?
Well, I have to go Monster too.
Okay.
Because you said a flavor, right?
Yeah, I'll give you that. I went with the green apple kiwi cream.
Because other than that, energy drink wise, I don't really have any. Wait, is that true? So I have to go, and I already said it. Grape
Monster. If you didn't listen to if you skipped the ad read, it's people like you who make podcasts not as good as they should be.
Yeah.
So go back and listen to that ad read.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're gonna go Monster, you're going with grape, I would imagine.
Yeah, grape Monster. So that's my number 2.
Okay.
If I was gonna switch this around and make it real, okay, we'll do that. Grape Monster 1, because we're not going 4, 3, 2, 1. We started with 1.
1, yeah.
Okay, so Grape Monster 1, because that's the one I always have. Red Bull 2.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
They're all rip off, by the way.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Prime energy drink.
I've never had it.
Some of their flavors really suck. Some of them are not that bad. Strawberry watermelon, great. I don't know if that was KSI or if that was Logan Paul that came up with that flavor, but whoever that was, I appreciate you.
What's the milligrams and caffeine in
that? Since we're here, let's just look it up.
Because if it's less than 80, then no thanks.
Oh, it's more than that.
But if it's less than 110, possibly no thanks.
No, I think it's up in the 200 milligrams.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. So it does have a lot of caffeine.
Yeah.
What is it? 16 ounces?
12.
I've seen those bottles. They look like.
Well, so there's the Gatorades, and then there's the energy drinks.
So those guys are crazy. I mean, they've taken over. Not that they've taken over Gatorade, because they haven't even come close. But what they've done in this short amount of time, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Is that those Paul guys or whatever?
It's Logan Paul and KSI.
Yeah. So we'll start a beef with those guys.
I think it's the Impulsive podcast.
I'll box you.
The Impulsive podcast is terrible. And yeah, Joe, which brother would you want to fight? Do you want to fight Logan or Jake?
Oh, I don't care. I'd take either of them.
I'll let you take Jake. I think he's like the shorter brother.
All right.
I'll take Logan since we're the same size height wise.
Yeah. That would be some weak trash talking if this happened, by the way. I think between you and me. I mean,
me and you versus those two. Yeah. And it would be a pretty weak fight, at least in mine.
Well, no,
I'm going down round 1.
No. Because we'll also tag team like the old WWF. I don't know if you're still listening, Rick, but there's a shout out. And we'll just tag team, and probably get our butts kicked twice as quick.
Yeah. Rick, if you're down to fight, please respond to us. Let us know if we need to start reaching out to the managers of the Paul brothers to get this set up.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. So you have the grape Monster
Yeah.
and Red Bull.
Yeah.
What's your third energy drink?
Wait, did you say a third?
Yeah, my second was Prime.
Oh, okay. Well, if I'll just keep it honest. Orange Monster.
Okay. This one I haven't had one in a very very long time, but about 4 years ago I was very into these. They're maybe the most disgusting thing I've ever had, but bang,
Yeah, I can't.
way too sweet.
No, you know what those remind me of is actually about the time you started hanging around here.
Yeah,
Was those?
I think I
Yeah,
probably would bring them over.
yeah, yeah. We were all always There. Anyway, I've had I don't know maybe 3 or 4 full bangs in my life, and they're vile.
Yeah,
I don't know how I ever even had one. Oh, another one that's really gross that I used to have a lot that Tally probably remembers me having when she was little. I bet, because it was always around the house, was something called, like, Nas.
hmm
It was blue,
yep.
and
They still sell those.
anyway, have
They're
you
at
had
Maverick.
it?
I haven't.
It's so gross. It's some of the worst stuff. It's really bad. It's
It's
so
straight Nas.
it's so bad, you almost wanna throw up thinking about it.
Oh, that's funny. All right.
Especially how much of that stuff I used to drink.
Yeah,
I think about it now, I was drinking that stuff, ugh, when she was just a little kid.
my dad used to drink. Oh, Punky Rooster or something like that.
It was like some kind oh, that's another one.
They sounded a bit cutesy.
Brand-wise, I mean, all this stuff is garbage, let's just admit it. It's
Yeah,
just so gross, it's not even funny, but the one I think have always missed the boat on taste, and it's gross, is Rockstar.
yeah.
That stuff, like, I don't even know how anyone likes that stuff.
Oh, not Punky Rooster. I was thinking Punky Brewster, but Rooster Booster.
Oh, Punky Brewster was a show.
Yeah,
Yeah, Rooster Brewster I'd never heard of.
my dad used to drink that or something along that.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah, so, wait, did you do your number 4?
no, but you haven't either, and you were going first.
Oh,
So what's your number four?
um, you know what? There's one a dude at work showed me that I get every once in a while that's pretty good. It's a monster, but it's like mango something.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've showed you it before.
Oh, that's the Arizona.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's
I've had that one. That one's okay too.
yeah.
We're getting some Jack crying. It's his bedtime. But
Yeah, Jack was tired earlier.
yeah, I did tell Tally to go, but we'll see if she does. My last one I'm gonna go with is Celsius, an actual somewhat healthy energy drink.
Yeah, I've had it a couple of times. If I'm gonna have my energy drink, I've realized. In fact, I had this thought. I think today or yesterday when I was at work, and I thought about getting one of those, and I thought if I'm gonna have this energy drink, I want it gross and nasty, and I want it as bad as it can be for me. So bring it on, Monster.
Yeah,
That's really great thinking, I'm sure.
yeah. All
But
right.
I don't even know really if caffeine does a thing for me or not. I mean,
No, at this point I don't feel it anymore. It just tastes good.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it does or not. I'm one of those guys that like right before bed I'll drink a big old Coke and fall asleep. And so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I think a caffeine affects me a little different than some people, but obviously I have it for a reason. So
Yeah. All right. So we can save these other drafts for another time if you want. Um, yeah, I think
yeah, that's cool.
let's do that. Cool. All right. So I did tell the listeners last week on Tuesday, um, if they wanted to avoid getting pickled, to come back and listen again. So I imagine we have a big number of listeners wondering how to avoid getting pickled in pickleball. So I want to start off, Joe, by asking you, do you know what it means to get pickled in pickleball?
No, I don't know anything about any of that.
That's okay, Joe, because I'm here to teach you.
I am here not to learn, hopefully ever. No,
And
just
no,
kidding.
that's a, no.
I like watching. It's fun.
So getting pickled just essentially means you did not score
Oh, okay.
at all. So you lose 11-0.
It's like whatever, like in tennis, I think they call it love.
Yeah.
Okay.
In other sports, I've heard like getting skunked,
Loser,
loser,
right?
the opposite of undefeated.
Cougar, not Lobo.
If you're a cougar or a yellow jacket or a roadrunner or a longhorn, anything that's not a lobo. Um, but yeah, no. So how to avoid getting pickled? It's actually quite simple. A lot of times when you're getting beat, you have to take a step back and realize if I want to get pickled, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. But if I want to, score, get away from being pickled, then just score a point, and then you don't get pickled. It's
All
that
right.
simple. I think in the game, so many people overthink what what they should do, what they shouldn't do, and it's like no, just score. And if you want to win, then just score 11 points before the other team does. That's simple.
All right.
So that's podcast or the podcast. That's pickleball podcasting with Trey and Joe.
That's like Jerry Springer's final thoughts.
Yes.
Do you remember those?
No.
Oh.
I will go watch them tonight and
You'll laugh.
okay, good.
I love Jerry Springer's final thoughts.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to my notes and we'll bring it up next Tuesday.
Cool.
But
All right.
and for next time, what our people need to know or what we're gonna talk about in terms of pickleball, Joe,
Uh-huh.
is it in or is it out?
Sounds like it's probably out.
See, and that's the thing. You might think so. I might even think so, but we'll have to find out next week.
Okay. All
Is
right.
it in or is it out?
All right.
All right.
I don't know what we're talking about.
You don't have to. All right, Joe. Let's go ahead and wrap this up.
All right.
Do you have the notes pulled up?
I
If you don't, that's okay. I have them right here.
might. Trey's realizing that I don't do any. Yeah, I do. I have them.
Okay, that little screenshot I attached at the bottom.
Yep.
Go ahead and just read that. Give this person a little shout out
All right.
for rating us and giving us a review.
All right. This dude put, "It's me. Hi, I'm the listener. It's me." And he put, "My name is Mom Smith again, and oh boy, while I'm I don't even know what I'm trying to do here. Okay, Tom. My name is Tom Smith again, and oh boy, while I'm listening to this podcast from Woodruff, Arizona, go Bears." What is he talking about? Go Bears.
Well, when you keep reading, he'll explain it.
Oh.
But it's not a Lobo, so
All right.
that's all we need to know.
Go Bears. If Woodruff had a sports team, it would be the Bears, I think. Why, Tom?
Because when I think of Woodruff, I think of all of the bears that live out there.
Tom, what are you talking about?
Tom, I would really enjoy for you to leave us another review. It
Tom,
doesn't even have to be a 5-star review.
Tom,
or email us and just
Tom,
tell me last time you saw a bear. Sorry, go ahead.
Tom, is this a gay euphemism? Anyway.
Is this you, Tom, trying to say something about me?
If Woodruff had a sports team, it would be the Bears, I think. I realize this might be my favorite pod out there. My honest and true critique so far. You may already know it. Let's just say, don't be a stranger. Got to get back to work. Packages don't reliever themselves.
I think he meant deliver.
And these customers are hungry. Love y'all. All right. Well, Tom, thanks for that. He also threw out some pretty good criticisms. I can't find them right now, but they cracked me up. I can't remember what they were, though. I sent you them that first week, I think. Some Tomisms, but
either way, we'll go over them next week.
All right. Or Tom, just throw me out some more.
Tom, don't be afraid to send an email.
Yeah.
Let me know
Mm-hmm.
what you really think about me.
Yeah.
And why you think I'm a bear.
Yeah. What's that all about?
I could be a lumberjack. So
reach out.
Yeah, please reach out. And to the rest of you.
All right.
Go ahead and reach out. I don't have anything better to do. So
sounds good.
All right. Later, Lobos.
Later, Lobos.